for listening to Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on the station that feeds your brain, IntellectualRadio.com. Hello, friends. I missed y'all. We missed y'all. I am here tonight with my wifey for lifey, the executive producer, Sumner Allman. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Everybody missed
Of
you.
course.
They missed you.
Of course. I miss them.
You did?
Of
All
course.
right, let's make it up to them tonight.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you again for listening to Crazy Conversations. We appreciate all the concerns on our little break. It was a story, but it won't be the story tonight because I have to get back into some of these crazy conversations that we have been waiting to talk about. So, tonight, our crazy conversation topic is when love costs you your identity. That's what we're talking about tonight on Crazy Conversations. Is that okay with the executive producer?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're going to dive into the emotional weight of having a partner who's constantly negative, jealous, messy with their energy, just emotionally draining. That's the conversation that we are going to have tonight. We're talking about the devastating betrayal of all when you sacrifice yourself to keep a relationship alive. Again, tonight is the night on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim. We had to do it. We had to do it. We came back. We back. We back outside. We outside, y'all. We outside. Period. Period.
Yes.
And the crazy conversations is coming with
Right.
us. So no, we talking about when you are bent, you broke, you changed, and they still had the audacity to play in your face. We talking about it. We are talking about it tonight on Crazy Conversations. We are talking about that mate that's acting single, emotionally ignoring you while keeping you close enough to say you always tripping. Negativity ain't sexy. What it does to a relationship and how to reclaim your peace. This is how you're leaving Crazy Conversations tonight. You
Already.
will know. You
Already.
will know how to reclaim your peace tonight on Crazy Conversations. After we end tonight, you will know. When your partner's drama becomes your stress, we are helping you out tonight. We helping you out tonight. Are we helping them out tonight?
We definitely are.
We helping them out tonight. So again, on Crazy Conversation, when love costs you your identity. My mate is a walking complaint. My mate is a walking complaint.
That's a testimony.
You got something to say?
That's a testimony.
Okay,
I'm ready.
tell me.
That's all right.
Let's
Yes.
talk.
Yes,
Let's
that's
help.
true. That's true. It's 2025. It's ridiculous in relationships with mates. It's ridiculous. It's like, come on with it. 2025 is a whole new. What's the point of a relationship? There's no type of way that a mate should be jealous. They should never bring drama, attention to their relationship, especially if you're married. Forget about relationship. If you're married, we just can't focus on relationship. Marriage is at a whole other level, and mates have to get it together. So I'm ready.
Okay. Uh-oh, that's what I said. You hear the producer in the back, Wanda B said, uh-oh, uh-oh. I think I'm gonna be Ubering home. I don't know. I don't know what's about to happen. Let me ask one of these. One of these. Woo! Woo! That's all I can say. I hope I don't fit the description of any of those things that I said. I promise you, baby. Honey, ain't nobody playing in my face, and I ain't playing in nobody's face.
There you go.
Baby, it's 2025. It's time to grow up and glow up. Baby, and if they ain't trying to get love yet,
It's over.
yet,
But the point is, do people know about love?
again,
Are they
I,
ready to hear this, y'all?
I want to know.
One, we
So
don't think they're ready.
wait, I got a
Y'all not holding
question.
back.
I got a question. Have you been in a relationship where your partner was negative, jealous, emotionally draining? I mean,
Most
let's talk.
definitely, yes, most definitely. And the way that I react to it,
When was it?
I did react to it.
How
Because
long
what
ago?
it's not about how long ago you asked the
Do
question.
I know the person?
You didn't ask all that. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
about that right now. Let me tell
Okay.
you.
I was just trying to see if you was talking about me.
You if the shoe
You
fit,
wait,
wear
Earl.
it. If the shoe fit, wear it. But seriously though, like I said, relationship, but the way that I love, there's no love like I love. So if you ever become very jealous and very come let me feel some type of way, I feel sorry for you. I'm
Uh-huh.
not perfect, but if you get rid of my love, there's no competition when it comes down to me.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Wait,
There's
wait,
not.
wait, wait, wait,
There's
wait,
not.
wait, wait.
There's
You
not.
sound like this is an instruction manual.
I'm just
You already read the
I mean,
manual,
come
Miss
on.
M.
Come on. Come on now. So, I mean, do you believe that negativity can be contagious in a relationship?
very contagious. Very contagious. Just because of the person could be positive, that here come they mate, bring it all that. It's called spirits.
Mm.
Spirits is very serious. And spirits is deep. So once you in that, if once you in that environment with them in that atmosphere, of course you gonna catch it. So you gotta catch it first, and you gotta pay attention. You have to stop talking and pay attention to people's actions. Your mates will tell you how they feel. That's what I do. I pay attention more than I listen to anybody. I don't listen to no one.
Mhm.
I pay attention to your actions. What you telling me, I don't believe none of it. You telling me something, one thing, then your actions show it another. I'm paying attention to your actions.
So, you think that do you think that the term ride or die means just stand through the dysfunction?
There's no more ride or die no more.
What?
There's no more ride or die. In a relationship, listen, in between relationship or marriage, it's hard to even say ride or die just because people is out for themselves. The ego is high. It's a lot of more narcissists. I believe in ride or die.
Where y'all had lunch at today?
Come on, let me
That's
listen.
all I just want to know what
No,
happened
yeah.
at work today.
I am. See, in my relationship, it is a ride or die. I'm a ride or die person.
Me
I'm a,
too.
I'm not sis. You asked me the
I'm
question.
just saying.
I'm a ride or die for my party. I promise you, no matter what, there's no perfect relationships and no one really part. But I'm a ride or die to the end. No matter what you do, because I can't give you how many mistakes that you make. But I'm gonna ride for my wife and I'm gonna die for my wife.
I know that's right. I know
You
that's
know
right. I'm
that.
gonna die you are 6 wings later. I know that's right. We having dinner
You
tonight.
got an extra ring.
I got to
So
do.
stupid.
I got to. Wait a minute. You have blew my mind.
Seriously.
So when your partner is the problem and not the community, how do you react to that? Have you?
I'll tell you, I'm very vocal, more vocal now.
Mm-hmm.
Because the topic
Oh
is
yeah, you.
yes, I'm very
Oh
vocal
yeah,
now.
yeah.
When
They
I
could
tell you Miss
tell.
Wanda B, it's a whole new beginning.
They could tell.
I see.
I'm
They could
very
tell.
yes, because I see they always say closed mouth don't get fed.
Huh.
So it's okay the way how
That's
you
why you
vote.
get 6 wings.
That's how you get 6 wings with.
You
Ooh.
get
So
fed.
Yes. I ain't cooked in 42 days.
you
So
ain't cooked in 3 months, but that's okay.
You said 3 months to be exact.
baby,
All the
so
traveling, you all need to fill people in the why.
yes.
Ill and
Yes,
we been
I was
traveling.
ill. We was traveling.
Do it.
Yes, no.
No.
We had
We joking, but
amazing
yeah.
time off, even with the
Proms,
illness. And we had proms,
Proms,
we had our
graduations.
graduations, we had our clients that needed our undivided attention. And we promised them that no matter what, we were going to service them. So again, it just got to be a little overwhelming with the long travel. I think this in 10 years, I think this was the longest travel that we have ever taken away from everyone,
Everyone.
and especially, to be without the kids. So to have that type of long vacation, it was nice
It was
just
nice.
to be away, even though, I spent a lot of time in a room from not feeling well.
It's okay.
But again, just the time away,
Away.
the time that we spent just watching movies and those type of things that
Talk.
and just talk. The conversations was just
Crazy.
amazing. And we were checking our emails. So we had a little time to do a little crazy conversations in the other countries we were in because we were grabbing our conversations. We just was vacationing at the time. So, again, when we think about being away from crazy conversations, we think about the self-care that was needed in our relationship. We needed that. And like I said, in 10 years, we had never traveled for 2 consecutive weeks and been away from everything that's kids, jobs, issues, whatever life, just because we felt like we didn't have a bill. We felt like we only had each other, and that's all that it was about. And like I said, the things that we had the opportunity to do, um, it's life changing. Again, like I said, people don't understand sometimes just how hard it is just to sit at home to watch a movie to its entirety.
We never
Sometimes
done that.
our life don't work like that.
Never.
It's my mom, it's my mama son, my mama son, my mama son. That's how our life is set up. So again, and those 4 a.m. mornings don't help much either. So again, it's like working the type of hours that we do and just having that time. Like I said, everybody said, "Oh, well, it's a shame you wasn't feeling well," but I was feeling well. I came back slightly weaker than I went, but one thing I can say is that I do it all again because that's what type of relaxation that I had. I was able to clear my mind. I was able to think about our next
And
move,
I catered to you.
pray, and I was absolutely catered to.
Yes, you were.
So again, that made the trip also worthwhile. Again, like I said, I just did not agree with the food choices and those things like that, but I have learned now the proper things to do in those situations because I will go again and I will go that length of time again because I see those 3 and 4 day trips just don't cut it. I come back just as irritated than I left. So the longer,
It was
the
nice.
better
Yes.
because we get to do something that you want to do. I get to do something I want to do. We then if we're traveling with others, we get to um cling to them and do some of the things that they want to do. So, but we've always been the type of travelers that once we arrive to our destination, we don't want an itinerary. We don't want to get up early because those are the things that we do every day. We don't want to live by schedule. We have to, be back on the ship at 3 o'clock. We just don't want to schedule when we on vacation. So we know now that we have to prepare to take a vacation like we did, so that um it can be felt. I need to feel it. And after 29 some months working the same job, having the same vacation for 28 years, the same days off, and again, I am so appreciative to my godson for even saying he wanted to go on this trip because it's no way I would have ever left in the month of May. No, no way. I get 1 day off in May, and that's Memorial Day. So, with that being said, we are about to dive back into some of these questions and information about when love costs you your identity on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim. So, have you ever felt forced to choose between your mate and your support, your community, your family, your friends, your
No,
village?
no, no, never. Have not never been forced because from the beginning of a relationship, this is why people lose themselves because they don't be themselves. So this is what I tell everyone. I tell people from day one, I'm a family person
Mhm.
and I love my family and friends. They're there for life. So there's no competing. There's no choosing. I tell my mate automatically off the top from day one on our first date. If there's gonna be this, we could stop this first because that's what I told you on the first day.
Mhm.
Because I think it's a choice that you made. So I was not being forced, and I'm not gonna be forced with no one but God to let me choose between my wife, my relationship, and my friends and family. There's no choice. What about yourself?
There's no choice.
Have
There's
you ever been
God in you.
forced?
I
How,
wouldn't be forced. Dude, Scorpios don't be forced. You can't force Scorpios to do anything pretty much.
so you was never forced to make a choice between your relationship, friends, and family?
I, that would be a no-brainer. That's never gonna happen. So I don't I feel like the person I was before our relationship. So I don't feel like I lost myself. I feel like the person that came in. I've only grown. That's how I feel. So maybe you'll tell me how you feel on the way home.
No, it's not about lost yourself. See, when me and you start talking and like the question that I got, with one of the viewers, the question they was asked, have you ever they asked me, have I ever lost myself? And me, I'll be honest about things. Ain't nothing perfect. I lost my mom when me
Mhm.
and you start talking. So of course you will lose yourself. And I can honestly say God is my witness, I did lost myself. But when you realize that you lost yourself, you have to realize is it a good loss if it's a bad loss. It's not about a good or the bad. You just lose yourself, you lose yourself because the death is serious. And then when by me losing my mom, there was my best friend. I just went straight in. So I went straight in thinking about her because she raised me, how my father raised me how to love. No matter what I was going through grieving, I lost myself, but like I said, it's not in no bad way. But when I lost myself, I told God and I got back up.
And you did I think you did very well throughout um your storm when you lost your mom and then you were entering a new relationship. Uh, I don't think the crazy conversation friends know that that's how we, got together when, because your mom was ill. So I think that the only thing that I felt with, I didn't think that you lost yourself. I thought that you just did not take enough time to
That's
grieve.
not, yes, of
I just
course.
felt like things would be there. Let grieve and come back to that bull. You know what I'm saying? Grieve. That's the only
So
thing.
that's why it's important when you lose a parent, anyone in your life, that's why it's important for your spouse and for your mate to understand, to be that background,
Mhm.
to be just because you will lose yourself no matter what. So you can't be the add on, the grieving. Because when you add on the grieving, you will forget about what you're grieving about. So, like I said, I could tell anyone, just be yourself. Just be yourself when you become into any relationship, no matter who you're dating, period. Just be yourself. Let them know who you are from day one because if you come in perpetrated, you're gonna lose yourself, period. You're gonna know who you are.
Right. So why do you think people try to isolate their partners, keep them away from certain family and friends? They isolate them socially.
For different
I know why
reasons.
you isolate me socially
For
because I don't know how to act. I know already.
you know,
I already know.
don't know. See, I don't isolate. I just to the point like I want people to see who we really are. There's no, but they have to see the bad you and the good you.
So come on now. You be giving me a pep talk in the car like Kim, don't
I do.
don't show out.
I do. But I don't isolate you though. But they have to see you.
I show out anyway.
You do show out. A lot of you
so
do show
I
out.
so I don't know
No, I don't
how.
isolate. Just sometimes like for other people, I can speak to people, but some people think because sometimes they're embarrassed of their mates,
Mhm.
they're embarrassed of their family,
You're
they're
not
embarrassed.
embarrassed of your
Oh
man.
no.
Oh
I ain't never embarrassed my family. No,
uh,
my family mate. No,
no,
no, I'm not embarrassed or ashamed of anything.
yes, we have a ball.
Yes, no,
We could
no.
be ourselves.
I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking to the viewers.
Right.
So like I'm saying, it depends on different views why people be isolated themselves from their family and from they keeping their mates from their family. I think it's crazy. I don't
Mhm.
think you should do it just because, but they have to see who they really are just because it's the village.
So do you think that you do you think that you feel the same way before this relationship? Can I ask that question?
What you mean?
Like I said, I feel like I did before the relationship.
Isolated.
No, no, not
What?
isolated. I feel the same. Like I feel like I don't feel like I lost myself.
I feel better. Like I said, you don't lose us. You more mature. You was younger. We was
I see
yeah,
so much growth.
yes, growth. Yes, we was younger.
Mhm.
When you in your beginning 40s, you just realize why you're in your 40s. So now we like 52 years old. I'm way more
No,
mature.
I'm not
Oh,
52.
but I'm just saying I'm way more mature. I learned a lot. I
Mhm.
experienced a lot, and I seen a lot.
Mm.
So I'm a whole different person than what I was before.
And how do you deal with the mates that are molded by insecurities? Like, um, they don't want you to, I guess, maybe outshine them. You might be the likable one.
I
So
am.
how do you do that? How do you handle that? Being the likable one? Because everybody likes some. I don't be tripping. I
But
don't care.
but you know me, I'm the back person. I'm the background. You already know I'm a background person, Kim. I put you in front. You know me. Everywhere we go, I sit back in the cut and I make sure I watch your back and see what you do, how you do. I let you walk the whole floor. You walk the whole party about 10 times. 10 times. You can't sit down. No, but I don't have to be just because of my personality. So that's what it is. My personality. That's who I am. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't fake. I ain't fake. I ain't phony. I get them summoner, and that's what they get.
Yeah, you do.
What about you?
I, you know, I just feel like, you know, when you are in a relationship that you value, if you value that relationship, I just don't see room for insecurities.
Mm.
So I see so many people out here that's so
Insecure of
insecure.
their spouses.
They so jealous of
Jealous.
the person that they sleep next to.
Jealous. You see
That's
people, yes, there's a
horrible.
lot of that.
And that's just too much.
When you
Insecurity.
say that, you mean they're jealous of their mate
Jealous
Yes.
of
or
their
jealous
mate.
of people with them?
No.
No,
Jealous of their
jealous
mate.
of
It's
their mate.
they jealous of their mates.
Because they mate can be that people person that everybody love. And then you married to a person that just can't get along with anybody, always starting stuff,
Always
got a smart mouth,
everywhere we go.
always in some mess, just nothing positive. You just ain't getting nothing positive. So, that right there is a big problem. When that came through, I said, "Ooh,
Insecurity is
baby,
deep. Insecurity is real deep.
insecurity is
Yes.
is deep and it's heavy amongst relationships in 2025. A lot of that I didn't see years ago, but now people are laid right next to you and know they don't like you. They will be married to you and know they don't like you. So how could you even love me if you don't even like
Do
me.
you think there's people though who got married for the wrong reason? Like being married, some people feel like I've arrived if I've gotten married,
Oh,
Of
they,
so they're
course,
not in it for the right
they
reason.
they
not.
marrying out here just so the next person don't get them.
Or they marry people. Period, get married just because to make they ass mad. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? People marry. That's why you can see the difference once you marry a person. You can see the difference why they marry you. So it's
Hmm.
to the point like you can't fool yourself for too long. And you can't fool. So people are out here getting married just because to make someone jealous. But to me, like how long that's gonna last? Because everyone gonna see it, and like insecurity that come from I don't know. That's come from within themselves.
And it
Yeah,
also,
That's a self
yeah,
self
issue.
issue.
yeah,
That's a self issue.
yeah, they definitely, that's why you definitely have to come into relationships these days knowing that the person love themselves. So you got to know that they love themselves before they can even attempt to love you. Those are all signs that you just got to look for these days, because again, you know, people are losing themselves trying to compete with they mate.
That's
I
They
crazy.
have a
trying.
question. Do you think, like, when you say compete, like some people, the very thing that they are attracted to the other person for, that they are outgoing because that person isn't outgoing, they start to get jealous of because they wish they were like that? Is that why?
They compete with their mates. Like, one of the scenarios that was used on Crazy Conversations was, you know is it okay for them to have the same friends, because it's a tug of war with, if both people are both partners are friends with the same people, then are you closer with that person? How many times a day did that person text you? How many
That's
times do
crazy.
you all talk on the phone? They only talk to me for an hour a day.
That's
So why do
crazy.
you get 5 hours, or why do you get
That's
25
crazy.
group messages, or whatever the case may be? It's always a
They weren't loved
competition.
enough as
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
So
See, that's what I'm.
again, that
That's what it
it
is.
shows, it
It
shows,
is.
it
It
shows,
shows. Yes.
it
I
shows.
think it's crazy because my thing is I want my friend to love my partner. I want them to be comfortable that they could call my partner and it's I could share everyone. I'm sorry.
what I think why it is for you all and why you all don't can't understand it is you all make sure you take care of each other's needs, and you all stay connected with what each other needs
And
and
people don't like
desires,
that.
and other people don't do that.
Yeah, and they
So they're
definitely don't
jealous
like
then
it.
watching it happen with other couples. They're not getting it or wanting that from their spouse, and their spouse is giving it to the people that they giving it to other people and not giving it to them. Some
Yeah.
people aren't getting from they're watching their spouse give other people the things they desire from their
Hmm.
spouse.
And we get a lot of negative feedback about the way that we take care of each other, instead of taking notes, because again, we not perfect. We get down, we act crazy, but again, we know how to come back to that place of peace and that place of love, no matter what kind of
Because you're
interruptions. Or
intentional with the love for each other. It's intentional,
absolutely.
and other people don't know it. It's or they've never been taught that, and you don't have to have been taught that, but you
Hmm.
can be making a conscious decision. A lot of people may have had more negative relationships until the one they got into, but then they make a effort to do something different with the relationship they're in this
Just,
time, and other people don't do that. They
yeah.
bring the same mess to their new
Yes,
relationship
they
and
yes.
want a different outcome.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
seeing
Yes.
the way that some takes care of me and look out for me, I knew, off the back it was God and it was love in her household.
Yeah.
I knew that. That's nothing that was in a book. She had to feel that. She had to learn that.
It's
It,
innate in
it
her. She
it's in
witnessed it in
her.
her
Right.
house.
It's
Hmm.
embedded
Other
in
people
her.
haven't had that though.
And I just feel so sorry for the person that fumbled her, because it's over now. Can you play Luther? It's over now. Oh, okay,
Sing
okay,
it. It's
okay,
over. I don't
okay.
know.
It's over now. So again, those are just the things that, you know people are going through when they're trying to compete with a partner. It's a lot because you got to choose partnership over performance. These mates be performing like a fool.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Have you ever changed your goals, style, or personality to match your partner?
No, I think that I have always been the type that I don't blend in. I don't fit in. I never wanted to fit in. I always wanted to stand out. So any kind of changes that I made